Welcome in, everybody. This is the Two Dudes Cinematic Universe. We did not quit after 1 week, Kevin.
Yes!
We came back.
Although we did need a week break because that one episode took a lot out of us.
It did. No, it was a lot. I have not been off the couch since.
No.
That guy, that voice you've heard or you're watching over there is co-host Kevin Stepanian from the Kevin Stepanian household. I'm sure you've heard of him. Very famous. In the Northern Ohio area, His name's everywhere. But I am JD Davis, your other host. And like I said, this is the Two Dudes Cinematic Universe. This is where we come to talk movies and video games and TV and nonsense. Pretty much just nonsense for a couple hours. We appreciate if you guys watched the first episode and are back, or if you didn't watch the first episode, welcome. This is us. We're pretty average, people. But here we are to talk.
How dare you?
Yeah, I'm sorry. You're pretty
I am
average.
A queen.
Yeah, that's true. You are a queen. Kevin is a queen. Today we are going to be reviewing Free Guy, and we'll go into that towards the end of the episode. We'll keep this one probably a little lighter than the last one. We're tinkering with just some different review ideas. So if there's one you prefer, let us know. This is available anywhere you can find podcasts. Minus Apple. We are coming to Apple. Apple's got a weird rule where you have to have 3 podcasts up beforehand. So Spotify, it's free. It's easy. Do Spotify. If not, you can catch us on our YouTube channel, Two Dudes Cinematic Universe. If you type in 2DCU, we're actually the first thing that pops up. Crazy, I know. Not that weird comic book genre thing that everyone watches.
Gross.
Whatever that is.
Yeah.
There's a DC something. I don't know. District of Columbia Comics. I don't know. But yeah, so
straight to the top.
Yes, exactly. So please find us on YouTube. Like and subscribe and comment and whatever. Anything to help us get that algorithm towards the top, Kevin. We are
absolutely.
big algorithm guys.
Huge.
We watch Free Guys, so we're all in on the algorithm. No spoilers. Kevin, don't worry. It's just me. All right, no. Now you can't recognize me. Now it's just JD. Just JD.
JD and then
other superhero
JD.
Guy, probably. Yeah.
Same. Oh my god.
Same person. Yep. So
God.
Our 5 people listening to the audio version have officially left. Goodbye, because that was a terrible bit for you. Wasn't even good for the visual learners.
No, not much.
So, Kevin, how are you? What's going on?
Doing great.
Anything you really need to throw out there? For the world?
No. I'm living life.
That's right.
Another day in Columbus, Ohio, baby.
We both saw Free Guy today. It's been out for a while. I had plans to see it pretty much every day of the weekend, but I procrastinated. So we went to a little matinee today. So
Glad we did.
That was a good time. It was fun to be back in the theaters.
Yes,
my first time in a little bit, I think. First time. Well, I went to Black Widow. Yeah. But before that, it had been a long time. But still, it was fun to just be back in the theater. Not very crowded. Week 3 of Free Guy at 1:00 on a Monday.
Yeah.
Not a crowded theater, but hey.
Mine was IMAX, and I had one other person in my entire theater.
IMAX. You needed that.
Yeah.
Those explosions and the big. It was a big IMAX movie. I was surprised to hear that.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I don't have that kind of money. I can't just be going to IMAX.
What can I say?
All right, so let's get right into it. Kevin, your favorite segment. I know it's complicated. It's hard to grasp. What are you watching this week / playing? And this has been kind of 2 weeks because we recorded our last one almost 2 weeks ago, even though we released it just a week ago.
Yep.
You've had to watch something, right? Or you just been staring at the wall or reading like a loser?
No, God, I need to start reading more after I finish that LSAT. I have been taking big break from reading, so whatever, doesn't matter. What I've been watching, what I've been watching, I obviously we're gonna talk about it later, Ted. But in addition to that, keeping up with Rick and Morty. I think that's every Wednesday or something that comes out on Adult Swim, and that's been fun. Although they did take a break. I think we have 2 episodes left in the season. That's been pretty consistently funny. And then I'm also rewatching BoJack Horseman. I know it's very polarizing for a lot of people, and it's either the art style or it's just weird. A lot of the characters are animals, whatever. But I really do like that
A
show,
little
and
too
I think it's worth
serious, a
it.
little real. For
Yeah,
a
very
cartoon
real
for me.
Yeah, it gets dark.
Rick and Morty. We have not discussed Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty started for me personally off with a bang this season. First episode was like a top 5 favorite episode of that show. I thought the first episode was hilarious. I thought the episode where Summer and Rick go to all like the end of the worlds. With the planet lady. Great episode.
Great.
The Summer and Rick part of that episode, maybe my favorite. Like Rick and Morty, like 10 minutes. Oh my God, it was so funny.
So good.
I think it's gotten less and less good almost every week. It's been consistently going down for me, and it's not bad. It's still Rick and Morty. It's still high quality, funny content. Better than most of the stuff out there. Still better than pretty much every other adult cartoon. But it had gotten less and less, and I don't think I've seen the last week's. I might have seen 2 weeks ago. I don't know. But it's not like run to the TV on Mondays like it used to be.
Agreed.
So,
and especially for episode 8, which has always been their consistently best episode of the season. That's like the interdimensional cable. That's both the interdimensional cable episodes, and they've done like a couple other things since then. But episode 8 was always like their fucking bottle episode. Who cares? Let's just make it funny as shit episode.
It's like the penultimate in Game of Thrones. You just knew it was going to be lit.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly.
It wasn't. It doesn't sound like.
So that's fine.
It's funny. A lot of these episodes this season seem like, oh, that's a funny concept, and the episode itself is a good joke. You know what I mean? Like with the Power Rangers one where they all kind of come together with the fair. It's like, oh, that's funny, but like it's like a ha chuckle, and then now I have to watch 20 minutes of it. You know what I mean?
That's what I was thinking. For like the Thanksgiving one too. It was like, oh, they're doing like, oh, they're actually funny. Turkeys.
Yeah.
Oh, they're turkeys for the entire episode. It's basically that for 15 of the
I think
23 minutes. Whatever.
No, I agree. It seems like, okay, these are funny bits. I wish they were a 3-minute bit in the episode and we went on to something a little more clever. But still, good television. I'm going to watch. I mean, I'm only a week behind. Like, I'm not like done with it. A show that I know you watch. I don't know if you are caught up. That had its finale since we've been away, since we talked last time, was Dave. Have you been watching Dave? Have you been keeping up with Dave?
No. Oh yeah, I've fallen off that train.
The Little Dicky show. No, you have not.
Show. No, I haven't. I'm like episode 6 or something, I think.
Okay, so you're close. There's either 8 or 10.
Okay,
I don't know. I have watched every week. I really like that show. I love that show. Week 1, one of like the diamonds in the rough. It sounds diamond. Maybe not diamond in the rough is right, because I think everyone kind of then became aware of it and loved it. But I watched that show live after like the second week. I kind of got on the train early, and it was wow, like one of the most surprising. Like when they were advertising, I'm like, I'm not watching that show. And then I was supposed to watch that show, and I'm like, oh, I get why. It was really funny. This season I think has been good. I thought there are some really good episodes and some episodes where it's like, okay, I kind of next. I'm ready for the next. Or there's one really weird one. No spoilers, but there's like a spirit journey trippy one.
Oh, okay. No, I haven't seen that one.
Unless you're just stoned or something. I don't know if it's up your alley, but hey, maybe you are. I don't know. But
I think I left off on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Oh, the last one I watched. You're very early then. That's like episode 4.
Oh, am I really?
Yeah, you're really early. Then maybe, You're really early. And I did like the first couple. But the finale and just kind of the wrap up of the season, freaking awesome.
Okay.
The finale was so good that it was like, oh my God. Like I had legit chills at the end of it. And it kind of like 180 or not 180s the whole season, but like it was one of those like, oh, that's the kind of the theme of the show. You've been picking up subtle points of it. And then when it finishes, you're like, oh, wow, that's character growth. That's something.
Nice.
So no spoilers there, but it was like a very like, wow, like it retroactively made the whole season better because you can kind of pick up bits and pieces of like what they were going for. that sounds like maybe a little too complicated, and maybe I'm overselling, but I really, really liked the end a lot. I loved the finale of that show, especially like the last 5 minutes. It was like it was such like a feel good, like heck yeah, like moment. So
love it.
So definitely check that out. I think it's definitely worth finishing for you. Maybe it's better binging. Maybe this is a better binge season than week to week. Where maybe season 1 was better week to week, but I don't know. But Dave, I will say, Dave, probably not for everybody. I think that's fair.
Yeah. Oh no, for sure.
Yeah, it's probably not for everybody. I like it. It's me and my friends like humor, like my high school friends and us watch it together. And it's like, wow, like that nails like some of the weird shit. Like he always talks about him in high school and stuff and doing like weird stuff. And maybe not to his level of weird, but it's like, yeah, that's weird. Like white kid in the suburb thing to do.
Oh,
like,
for sure.
Like some of like just the dumb, like, oh, you didn't do this for a laugh, or just throw mashed potatoes in your face, or like just like dumb stuff like that. So I find that stuff very, very funny. So I do like that show. We can move on from it, especially because you haven't watched it all. Ted Lasso is. Oh, before we get into Ted Lasso, because we're gonna do a little spoilers, and I'll put it up because it's too good to not talk about. Not watching, but playing. Last time we had spoken, I had not finished Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I can no longer say that. I have.
All right.
Assassin's Creed. Well, the main, I think I call it the Odyssey. The main thing. There's still like 2 other big plot line story that you can do, and I'm just not going to, especially because I finished the plot. If you played it a little,
all the cultists and stuff.
No, that's its own.
That's its own thing. Oh,
it's its own thing. I finished the storyline with your family. Depending on whether you played as the girl or the boy. I played as the boy. Your sister, who's like in the cult, and like that is the main storyline. Like that was like the closed credits, and then it was like, okay, now there's a throwaway line of now I gotta go kill all the cultists or something, and I'm like, that just seems mindless and boring and a lot of work that I'm just probably not gonna do. But then on PlayStation Store, because on PlayStation Store, I just watch it and watch for deals and this and that. And I probably end up spending more money than if I would just like ignore it. But when there's like Assassin's Creed, Valhalla was like 60% off or something. It was like, it was like $20 or something. And I'm like, I'm going to buy that. So I did.
Why not?
I started Valhalla. And it's fun. I really like the Viking world. I like being a Viking.
How much of it is boating? Because that's like the Viking thing.
Yeah. I'm early, obviously.
Right.
I mean, these games are long. But there's this thing called raids, which are actually like a lot of fun. It's like you're literally go like pillage like a random village, like Vikings. And you like blow your horn, and you don't even try to sneak, and you just announce you're there. There's like river raids where you just go up the river and do it that way. I have yet to fight another boat though, but I assume that's in there.
Probably at some point you have to. But like, very cool.
Assassin's Creed game. It's almost like 6 hours to the freaking title card, So like,
right. Definitely a couple.
I'm past the title card. I was a little, I don't want to say disappointed because I actually think it's cool now. But I was very excited to be in like the Nordic land, and I'm sure you will go back to it. But this isn't really a spoiler. This is if you've seen any trailer or anything. The entire game is basically based in England. Like you leave the Nordic land of like
Scandinavia.
Norway. Yeah, which I was like in the beginning. It was beautiful, like the snow and stuff like that. Was very cool, and I liked that a lot. And I imagine we will go back because there's unfinished business for our Viking clan, Kevin. So yeah, that's just been something I've been doing. I've been putting some hours into that when I can. Like any Assassin's Creed game, who knows? Because I loved Odyssey, and it took me like almost like a year and a half to finish it. Because they would, you play it hard for a while, then you give it a couple months, and you play it hard for a while. So who knows? I hope I, finish the main storyline. I'm not doing as much side stuff, just because after Odyssey, I'm like, dang. It's so much. I'm still doing some of it. I like to explore the world, but so I'll let you know if that's something good enough that like I keep, playing throughout the weeks or if it kind of dies off. But I'm enjoying it so far, and I very much like the Viking, equipment and
skin.
World and yes. Yeah. They're not good guys, though, those Vikings.
No.
We do a lot of raping and pillaging. A lot of it. To be the protagonist of the game, we are not great people.
Well, I mean,
we're invading their land. Like, it's not even these invaders. Like, we're the invaders. So it's hard to be like, we're good people. Like, are we?
It's fine. We're Americans, JD. This happens.
That's true. But we don't get to use. We don't get cool like eye face tattoos and get to use axes. The Vikings.
True.
That's cool. All right, so we'll go into Ted Lasso. This is the official spoiler warning. We just skip till you don't see the spoiler thing, the spoiler warning. You can just skip ahead. But this is it. We are starting the spoiler warning. We are talking about this episode, and then we are going to go back to just talking news and other stuff. Kevin.
Roy Kent. He's here. He's there. He's every fucking where. Roy Kent. Yes. My guy. Oh,
he's so good.
So good.
So you enjoyed the episode. Is that fair to say?
Love it. Best episode of at least the season. Bare minimum the season. This is the biggest hype moment of the entire thing. Again, anything that has Roy Kent's presence in it is going to be good. Even like last week's filler episode during Christmas that he was just going house to house with his niece. Awesome. But the whole episode on the comeback to the man, oh God, can't write this stuff better than they're doing. So good.
And it was one of those things where the show, it's like, you're going to get what you want. This is a feel good. You're going to get the squad back together. You want, as much as you enjoy Roy Kent and Keeley and them doing their own thing, it's like, I want him interacting back with Ted. I want him to have a little Jamie back and forth. That'll be a fun dynamic now that he is a coach for Richmond. And I think Roy Kent is just the kick in the butt that team needs to turn it around. Because if you forget, Kevin, they still suck at soccer.
Oh my God. I don't know how they're going to get promotion because they're past Boxing Day, which is like halfway through the season.
They're talking about relegation.
They're talking about relegation. Oh my God. That is a lot of points behind the line. I don't know how they're going to.
As someone who is watching the crew fall apart, not to tear at you, I know you were having a good day. Kevin, a huge Columbus Crew fan. From the outside in, we don't get to see the inside. I know it annoys you this isn't a sports thing, so we won't get into that, but there's a little too much clapping on the crew. I know that's, we lost again, but we're getting better. Yeah. I think from the outside looking in, I don't know if I would like this Ted Lasso as the hardcore sports fan that I am here.
Oh, no. If I'm one of the boys at the pub, I'm calling him a wanker just right next to him. He should have been fired a long time ago.
Around a drink, so I actually might. If I actually met him and he bought me around a drink, I'd be like, all right, that's pretty cool. But
that earns me a year.
But this show, man, it just continues to the pundit thing was funny, but it was like, okay, this is funny. Okay, but this is just going to be what Roy Kent. We're just going to get him like chiming in with just some funny jabs in the pundit thing. I don't want that the rest of the season. And whoever directs it or whoever writes it's like, calm down, JD. We got you.
We'll take care of you. Yeah,
we got you. We know what you want. Give it a second. And of course, he comes in triumphantly to also great soundtrack on this show. Oh my goodness,
phenomenal. Oh my God,
he comes in. But Chris, great music, and has the whole thing where he's just giving away all the money to get to the place, and he knocks his knee back in place. And I love the fact that he had a ticket that welcome back. Just saying. Like, oh, you've been going.
He knows.
You've been going.
Of course.
Of course. Fake name. Because I think he says welcome back or something, just kind of smiles. But the show is funny. For a lot of times these like sports shows can feel very episodic, sports comedies especially kind of stupid comedy. This is well written, episode to episode. There's a flowing plot. There's a great, and at the end of the day, this is what we talked about last week. Great characters.
Oh my God,
great character, every single one. I'm when we go to somebody, I'm not like, oh, just take me back to Roy Kent. It's like, oh, now we're seeing what Ted's doing. Ooh,
I want to see what Keely's doing.
Right.
Even like the manager. I was like, oh, I'm kind of interested. Sure.
Right. Nate's trying to get a reservation at a Greek restaurant. I'm all in.
Good.
Let's see it.
So good. Oh, wow.
Maybe line of the episode though was when the owner, the shame lady from Game of Thrones, by the way, the owner is.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's the shame lady.
That is the shame lady.
Shame. She's
Oh
the
my
shame
god.
lady
Yeah.
from Game of Thrones, the owner character. I'm, can't think of her name right now. When she was talking about like, oh, like this is how I get my power. And she like did the whole like
Right.
like stand up straight thing, and
Mhm.
Keely just looks at her and goes, "Oh my god, you're effing amazing. Let's invade France." Like I just love
good.
that line.
So
like,
good.
Just,
Yeah.
like, wowed by her like woman power. Like it was
Hell
so
yeah.
good. So good. So yeah, Ted Lasso, excellent TV show. If you haven't, go watch it.
Go watch the show.
Yeah.
Go watch the show.
If you don't have Apple TV, then you knock on a door of everyone in your neighborhood until you
Someone's
find
upgraded an iPhone.
Until you find someone who has it, and then you threaten them for their password. It's simple.
Right.
That's what I
Very
did.
simple. Yeah. 3 steps.
You know how many neighbors I've had to threaten? I have.
Just the 2. Yeah.
It only took one. My next
I was gonna say, yeah.
But yes, you should go. You should go get Apple TV. And we cannot be held responsible for anyone threatened due to the DCU broadcast here. So
anyone that's watching this knows someone that's upgraded an iPhone. Someone that you know has this service.
I have it
and
because my parents got an Apple TV in the last year. That's why I have it.
They give it out for having a pulse. It's just someone has it.
It's in a bundle.
Go watch the show.
It's in a bundle. Go find it. Next, we have, we'll move on. Anything else you're watching?
I'm good. No, I'm good.
Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to think of any movies or any. I've really haven't been quite busy. So just some TV. But that was the spoiler warning. Please rejoin us if you haven't.
Except for you, David.
Yeah, just David, kidding. Don't. David, don't. No, not you, David. Other David.
Other David, not Uncle David.
No, we don't know.
Not David from down the street.
We don't know any Davids.
You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah. All right, so that means with that little news music intro there of Anchorman. That's Anchorman, by the way. I don't know if anyone knows that. I'm the female in that graphic, by the way, Kevin, because I have a much better physique than you.
Oh my god, it's not close.
It's really not. But we're not here to talk physiques because we are serious guys. It should say men. We're serious men, Kevin.
Yeah,
doing serious news, and we're doing it very seriously. Yeah. So on that note, what's the most serious topics we have here? This will also kind of serve as our state of Marvel this week because most of our news, pretty much all of it, is either Marvel or Marvel adjacent, aka Sony. So yeah, we'll start right off the bat. Kevin, there was a trailer for a movie in I think the Marvel Cinematic Universe that came out. Eternals trailer. I'm assuming you watched this trailer, Kevin. What were your thoughts on this trailer?
Good. Because I take pride in how much I know about Marvel. I like to read comic books and stuff. I usually know the backstory to a lot of these characters.
See, I do not. I never know.
Eternals is so far out of anything I've read. I'm so excited because I know nothing about this. This is like Marvel Phase 2, first time you see Guardians of the Galaxy. Just no one who was a casual Marvel observer knew who these guys were. And I'm expecting some similar results from this one, except it looks a lot more serious. The ensemble looks great with 2 Stark brothers, the guy from Silicon Valley. Oh, it's going to be a great movie. Angelina Jolie. Yes, this whole movie is going to be great. And I have high expectations, but I know that Marvel's going to blow my expectations out of the water.
Yeah, yeah, this trailer was great. The teaser trailer got me like excited for it, but it was still like I have no idea what this is about. Yeah, I thought this trailer did a good balance of mixing because Marvel is known for showing too much in their trailers. I think it let us know just a bit of the plot enough, showed us some characters, showed us some of their powers, showed us that there still is a Marvel movie. There's going to be some action because I think a lot of people are like, oh, this definitely seems more like cinematic and very wordy, and the director I can't think of her name right now, but she won Best Picture in the Oscars. She did Nomadland, so this is like a award-winning director. So I think a lot of people thought this was going to be a little more artsy, and it was cool to see some like it looked like there was some sweet fight scenes as well. Like this is still a Marvel movie. This is still going to be some sweet action. But it's not the same kind
of action that we just saw in Black Widow either. It's going to be crazy superhero specific action. We're going to have big fight scenes. It's going to be colorful. It's not just going to be Moscow snowing all the fucking time.
It looks so good. It looks
just
so
the lighting
good.
alone.
The cinematography looks great. The one little scene we got of Rob Stark, because I don't know any of these guys, so we're just going to call him Rob Stark.
Yeah, we should.
Rob Stark, like flying and using his yellow laser beams and whatever. It reminded me of some of the like more intense scenes in like a Man of Steel when they're fighting and shooting through the air. And I thought that looked good for its time, but you know, you watch it now, the CG is a little dated in that, but I still think that looks good. And I like that style of fighting. Yeah. I really do. If they can pull it off and it doesn't look like CG garbage, it looked good in the trailer. Who knows?
Yeah. Who knows?
What they showed us, it looked good in the trailer.
This movie could be terrible for Marvel going forward for the plot. It could just like looking at this movie, I'm thinking like, all right, what the fuck is Hawkeye gonna do from now on? You know, just in existence.
Well, but like he's been downgraded to TV. Okay,
he's been downgraded to TV, but like I don't know, if it scales well and you know the powers actually make sense for the universe,
it looks very DC. It looks very DC.
Yeah,
with
it does look very
darker tone. Which I've always said, like I want those kind of movies to hit the more serious, darker toned, cool action, big scale. Like those movies are sweet when they hit, but they just don't hit as much because with the scale comes high ceiling, high floors.
Limitations. No kidding.
Another thing I really liked is you and me. We are suckers for. Actually, I shouldn't say. I don't. I'll let you answer for yourself. I am a sucker for any Snap related content. I loved it in WandaVision. I loved it. And Thanos Snap. Yeah, Thanos Snap. I loved it in what was it? What's the second Spider-Man? Far From Home.
Far From Home.
Yeah, I loved it in that. Like, I like when we revisit and they talk about it, and it was part of what I liked about Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
was the actual like, oh wow, they're talking about. And I don't think they did it great there, but I did like that. Like, oh, like there are consequences to this snap. We're not just moving on. And we're like they gave it just enough that like, why didn't you help during Thanos? Because we can't unless they're
are deviants.
Deviants, right? Which are not variants. Not the same thing.
Yeah, not right.
Which I don't know what it is, but hey, that was enough to be like, okay, all right, cool. Like Marvel, usually I'll eat what they're serving. Right? If you tell me those are the rules, that's fine because they follow the rules at DC. But yeah, I like anything that talks about the snap, and I like that whatever is happening here is another ripple effect of the snap of Thanos. So yeah, I think that the trailer looked awesome. I couldn't have been. It made me more pumped than I was beforehand. Also, Kevin Feige is like, this is the movie he is just like ogling,
chopping at the bit.
He kind of hasn't talked about like Shang-Chi and the other ones, and we'll get to Shang-Chi in a second. Like he's talked about Eternals, and he is pumped for people to see Eternals. So,
are you gonna nerd out and like watch videos and read as much as you can on the Eternals beforehand, or are you just gonna go in dry?
No, I don't do that. I don't do that.
I might nerd. I kind of want to know what a deviant is, just to give it context, you know.
But they know that everyone doesn't do that. That's what they explain it well.
Yeah,
and it's always not the same as the content. I like it post. I will say, is this related to the comics? Is this the same as Deviant? They'll explain it. If you don't think they're going to explain, like, you know what I mean? They do a good job at that. So I'm not overly worried about that. But no, I don't like to read. The only thing I will do is
I don't like to read. End of sentence.
Just read period. Moving on. No, what I do like to do though is I will Google image like the characters and see what they look like. From the comics, and I like to do that with the villain as well. I like to have an idea of like what the villain looks like and maybe like does. That might be the only thing. I don't know why. I like to know what the villain is.
Yes. Have you seen, not to change subjects, but have you seen the new concept art for Oscar Isaac's Moon Knight yet?
No.
Dude.
You
can even pull it up. It's gonna be so fucking good. It's the man of Moon Knight, not Oscar Isaac, is like a crazy, like multi-personality disorder, insane man,
I want to
blessed
love
by an
that show.
Egyptian knight. It's crazy, or the Egyptian goddess of the moon, or something. And yeah, it's just he's a crazy man. But I'm excited.
I want to love that show so much.
Yeah.
That's the closest thing Marvel has, like dark wise, to like Batman. And Batman is my favorite comic book like character. I didn't read comics, but like just on screen and the one I just like. I've never been more excited. I won't be more excited for anything this year than the Batman movie because I love Batman, and he's the closest.
Patterson's gonna be sick.
He's the closest thing to it. I'm kind of looking at. See, I'm not. Maybe
I saw something on Twitter.
Okay,
I can send you something.
All right. Yeah, I'm not seeing it, but yes, I am jacked for the Moon Knight series. I want that to be very good. Now it is on Disney Plus, and it needs to be dark, and it needs to be gritty, and they need to pull the trigger on that. They're not going to do that. It's not going to be good.
Agreed.
Don't Marvel and Disneyize this. And no. I don't mean Marvel in a bad way because a lot of the stuff like Guardians of the Galaxy is Marvelized, but like in a good way. Like it's kind of fun,
punky and fun.
Yes, and good colors and aware of it, self-aware and all that. I don't want Moon Knight to be like that. And on Disney Plus, it worries me, but we'll see because they did pull off
Loki,
the Mandalorian, but still, like I want it to be edgier than Mandalorian. Still, like I want to see like blood. Like it's Moon Knight. Like if you know anything about the character, he's insane, and Oscar Isaac can have a really fun time with this role if he is let cut loose. You know, he's like not the Joker, but like it's a character I think like
he's psycho
with the psycho. Any character that's psycho, an actor can have fun with, and I want to see. I want to see him use it. So, yes, I'd like that to be dark. Staying on Marvel, Shang-Chi, Kevin, is incredible, I hear.
It's a good movie, apparently.
Honestly, I guess I thought we'd have backstage, like, opening premiere, premium access by now.
It's like they didn't watch episode 1.
Right. Did they not see the 65, 70 views?
We're the first
link
in the
when you type in DCU, I gotta stop saying that. To DCU.
I know. To DCU.
These guys. All right.
What else do you want, Marvel?
The Suicide Squad. No one else did that.
That's
just
true.
Us. No one else had the balls to do it, Kevin. We're saying and doing things that others aren't. Heck, we're even going to review the Shang-Chi movie when it comes out. There, I said it. But we don't have backstage passes, so we have not seen the movie yet. But all the other phony journalist types have. But they have loved it. The people
we'll like it.
Yeah,
we'll like the movie.
There's almost impossible I won't like it. It's got great reviews. Now that's not always I don't always line up with great reviews. But what I've heard about it is the kung fu hand-to-hand choreographed action is like breathtaking, and that's like my favorite thing to see on a TV screen.
Yeah, we haven't gotten a good kung fu movie in a long time.
Like kung fu, I like in the fact that like it is all hand to hand. It is all acting and choreographed, and a lot of times it can look phony and fake. But I like that style of choreographed non-CGI. You saw it a lot in Captain America: Winter Soldier, which is why that's like a top 5 Marvel movie for me. I love that movie because I think they have some sweet action sequences in that.
Yeah.
And when I heard that, John Wick, you don't watch for the plot. Sure. It's because like, good God, this is just like, I love that style of action. And it sounds like that's what they nailed. And I'm jacked. Are you jacked?
It's beyond jacked.
Way more than you were before you heard the reviews, I assume.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. I mean, I didn't really know how much to expect was going to be like a Marvel movie versus like a Kung Fu movie, but it seems like it's a good balance that people are willing to accept it as both. So I really don't, I don't know.
Another thing I've heard, no, for me, I'm way more jacked than I was before the reviews. I was excited before the reviews because it's like, an origin movie. We haven't had an origin movie in a while,
Since
and I don't think Black Widow doesn't count. I don't think.
No, because she was an Iron Man too.
Captain Marvel, but I also don't like that movie very much.
Oh yeah, that was yeah. You're right.
Before that, one of the Ant-Mans, maybe. I'm sure I'm missing
Yep.
something. But still, Doctor Strange is it. But like, we haven't had one in a while, and it sounds like they nailed the origin story. And the last couple we've had have not been like my favorite. Like Ant-Man's funny. I like Ant-Man, but like I wouldn't put it high up on there.
It's a heist movie.
You love Doctor Strange. I like Doctor Strange, but it's good to hear that like an origin movie is killing it.
Definitely. Oh my god.
Yeah, and like you said,
it hasn't been like that since like the big three, or I guess Guardians, or Spider-Man or something.
Spider-Man, but still, that's like 4 years ago.
5 years ago. Kidding. Yeah,
more than that for Spider-Man's probably five years ago. Jeez, that's crazy to think out loud.
It's crazy, but this could be like the fun origin movie. So
it could, and another thing I've heard that is relieving because we have both discussed ad nauseum. Marvel shows too much in its trailers, but yet I'm going to watch every Marvel trailer because I got to have something to tie me over.
Yeah,
I complain about it, but I'm also not going to like blackball myself because I have Twitter. Like I'm not going to not.
Yeah, you can't knock it on the internet or whatever. Yeah,
but it sounds like this movie, from what I have heard, a couple people that have seen it that I like to watch on YouTube, but I'm not going to give you their names because you should be watching us. They have said like they were surprised by how different the storyline was from the trailer. Like going in, like watching the trailer, like I have an idea of what this storyline is. Like it felt like they kind of spoon fed you the plot. Like, okay, his dad's a bad guy. Like he doesn't, he's gonna his dad's trying to recruit him. He's gonna say no. They're gonna fight. All right, 10 rings, cool. And that I'm sure that's a part of it because it's in the trailer for like like I'm sure like the dad aspect is there, but it sounds like the plot is not way different, but they gave you like bits and pieces of maybe breadcrumbs to lead you in the wrong direction, which is good. I don't want it to be like the trailer. I don't like when trailers tell you too much.
I mean, I'm going to give you a prediction here, JD. The Shang-Chi post-credit scene is going to be crazy. It's going to open up so many doors.
I've heard that. I've heard there's two. I've heard they're both super important, and the first might be the most important or one of the most important, like in a long time.
Love it.
So like that's also
so
like ooh, like so it's just good to hear that because I liked Black Widow. It was fine, but both this is getting great reviews, which is just good to hear, and then the Eternals looks really good. So hopefully we are trending in the right direction. For Marvel, because we both shared our concern like literally a week and a half ago, like 2 weeks. Like we literally just in the last episode, we're kind of contradicting ourselves, but we were a little concerned because the TV was good, but wasn't great. And Black Widow was fine, but they need these next couple to hit. They need the Eternals to be like a giant franchise. I really do think that. And they need Shang-Chi to be a good origin story. And I think we're on the right track there. So calm down. It's Kevin Feige.
We'll be fine.
Calm down. And Kevin Feige,
Kevin, we trust.
That's it. I'm gonna have to make a banner for that. And Kevin, we trust that I can just throw up. Not you, Kevin. I'm gonna have to throw Feige in there. I might just say in Feige we trust because I won't have people thinking we trust you because we just don't.
We just don't. Yeah.
Just don't.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
All right. We'll get in. Finish up here. Spider-Man trailer is released online. Not released, leaked, not released.
Yeah.
Yes. By the time you hear this, it might be out. People think it's going to come out tonight on the Sony CinemaCon.
Whatever press tour. Yeah.
In Vegas, they have a presentation tonight, and the fact that it got leaked makes you think it's going to come out soon. Well, I'm thinking trailer reaction for that. By the way, Kevin. So I know
definitely trailer.
I want to do a little trailer reaction.
Okay. Tom Holland is already calling his fucking 3-pointers. He said that we are not ready for this trailer.
I love Tom Holland.
I am so excited.
You mean Nathan Drake?
Yes, I mean Nathan Drake.
For you PS elitist out there, PS4 or 5 elitist like myself. Yeah, we won't have to get into that. But yeah, so we're excited to see it. It got leaked. The only thing about this story, so I learned that they do those little watermark things, and when they send someone a trailer, they put their name in it. So Kevin, if you were trusted by Sony, they would send you a trailer, and it would, in the trailer, the watermark would have Kevin Stepanian in the back. That way, if it leaked online, we'd all say, hey, let's go kill Kevin right now.
Let's go kill Kevin.
Let's go kill
Kevin. Great.
But this one had a cinematographer of the movie's name on it. So I don't know how someone might have stole it or whatever, but that was
no kidding.
a person, which is concerning in the fact that I hope they keep their job because they've been have done work. I think it's cinematography. I might be completely off, but someone on the movie, they've done work for Thor Ragnarok and the other Spider-Man movies. And like, those are 3 incredible movies. And Thor Ragnarok looks incredible. So if it is the cinematographer, I hope it was an accident, and I hope it's a slap on the wrist, and that person gets to stay at Marvel because I think they're good at their job, or at least they just got themselves an A on a group project.
Great delegator. Yeah.
right. Exactly. So that's interesting. I never knew that's how that worked. So if there's a trailer leak out there and your name's on it, and it's from like Marvel or Disney or something like that, run and hide, because those people have more assets and control than the FBI, and you will be found. You will be picked up.
Hitmen are on route.
You will be picked up in men in all black, in suits, all black suits, and they will throw you in the back of a van, and your parents will never see you again.
No,
because Disney has more power than any politician.
God. No, for sure.
So, well, we'll get into the review here soon. Venom got delayed. That's probably going to suck.
Yeah.
Shocker. The movie that both the trailers have sucked.
Dude, people like that movie.
It made money. The first one sucked. Both the trailers have sucked. And it's being delayed. Yeah, I'm sure that movie is going to rock. That movie is going to be great. So Venom got delayed till October. I'll hate watch it. Like, I want to see it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'll hate watch the shit out of it. But, I'm not going to like it.
No, because the first... It's just objectively not a great movie.
Sitting there just...
And the second one,
2 hours.
The Let There Be Carnage. I love me some
Woody Harrelson,
but
good
God, I don't know what he's trying to do. And hey, maybe I'll be 100% wrong, but it's from what I've seen in the trailer. It's like, let's double down on what was bad in that movie. Let's have more talking Venom and a weird back and forth between. And it's like, I like a lot of the actors in this movie, Tom Hardy and. Yeah, so that's tough. But that got moved back. Newsworthy, I guess. But let's go right into our We Saw Free Guy today. We're going to talk Free Guy. So we did review Free Guy. This is a movie. Would you say this is a video game movie? There's a big debate. Yeah. I would say so too, because some people are like, it's not a video game movie. It's not about a video game. It's like, it's about video games. It's set in a video game. Right. Yeah. We'll do a little non-spoiler before we get into the spoiler. This movie was directed by Sean Levy. It stars Ryan Reynolds, Jodie Comer. I'm bad at names. Joe Keery and Taika Waititi. I enjoyed the cast, but we'll get into that.
Jodie Comer.
Yeah. Was there not a? I'm dyslexic.
Use your letters, JD.
Yeah, no, I'm dyslexic. There was no R in the beginning of that, so they're good for me. This movie made $24.8 million in its opening weekend box office, which was way beyond expectations for them. Mm-hmm. Obviously, this was only available in theaters, but I don't think that I probably wouldn't have saw this in theaters unless I heard so many good things. Because people have seemed to really like it. Its Rotten Tomato scores is like an 82, you said? Something like that?
Something like that.
Yeah, so people like this.
Out of 10.
People like this movie. People like this movie. We kind of have differing opinions on this one. Kevin, non-spoilers, what did you think of Ryan Reynolds' Free Guy video game movie?
First of all, foremost, I didn't dislike this movie. It's just fine.
Spoken like a guy that disliked the movie.
It was my whole thing with Ryan Reynolds now is every time I see his face, I'm expecting like a dick joke or something just insane to come out of his mouth.
You can't be Deadpool.
But he can't be Deadpool in every movie, and I don't know why. I guess I'm just biased, and I guess I just had the wrong expectations going into this. But I guess I was expecting an R-rated version of what I saw, and I thought that
PG-13, isn't it?
exactly it's PG-13, and in my head I just felt like it was just pulling their punches with comedy. In that it being PG-13, there's a lot of things that they went like crazy dark for a second, but then they like
You
backed
wanted
it up
them
to being a kids movie.
We're messed up in the head, so we often like to dive deeper and darker into the jokes.
Yeah,
That's our kind of comedy. It's
yeah,
not Suicide Squad.
not Suicide Squad.
It's not Suicide Squad comedy. Yeah, I really like this movie. But I completely understand what you're talking about. What I liked about this movie wasn't the comedy, and that's what I expected to like about this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I actually thought this movie had a lot of heart. I thought it was super creative. I thought it was really well acted. I thought certain characters that we'll get into spoilers had really good chemistry. And honest to God, like it's one of those, it was a popcorn movie. I got my small popcorn for lunch. It's all I've eaten a day, which is probably like why I have the coffee shakes right now. But it's a popcorn movie. I was thoroughly entertained for an hour and 50 minutes. And that's a positive for me. Like, that's why I watch movies. Like, not everything has to be this deep, even though I will say, I think this did have, like, you could take it surface level or you could take it a step further. I think this did have some deep themes. And
for sure,
like,
yeah,
some like
absolutely
extra central, like
existentiality.
Oh, like yeah,
what is realism?
Yeah, oh my gosh, yeah,
for sure.
So there was
free will, all that good stuff.
Yeah, I had free will. And again, this is no spoilers. This is just some of the themes here. But like free will, it had freedom. I would say probably is the biggest one.
Yeah,
but it's the age old like what is real, when are you real, that kind of, which is like wow, that deeper than I thought, but I thought they handled it well. And then the creative freedom, you could definitely tell that was like a big part of this was like in an age where big corporations, man, and we always hear the stories about producers and these big companies coming in and telling someone how to direct their movie, or
always side with creative, JD. Always side with creative.
Telling someone how to I guess do their art. So that was also a big theme of this, and I enjoyed all those themes, and I thought they were really well like played out, to be honest. But I think you're spot on. There was moments I laughed. To be fair, my theater was like there was like 4 people in it. And I was by myself. I always think things are funnier when I'm with other people that are laughing. Yeah. So like, it's possible that like, this is like, it was a little bit, the atmosphere was kind of dead in there, but this still made me like laugh out loud a couple moments. I still chuckled. I thought some of it was clever. But some of the comedy I think was trying a little hard. I think that is fair.
Yeah. It's stretched a little too thin sometimes. Ryan Reynolds was forced to make a couple lines that were just openly cringy. I'm surprised Ryan Reynolds agreed to say them. They were cringy.
Yeah.
But he hit.
But that was also his character to a little.
I guess. But I still think he's batting about 75% of his jokes, which is a good percentage, I'll say. Bad. But I don't know. Sometimes
like I don't know if there was a couple of really funny moments. I don't know if there was like a gut buster though. Like I never was like dying.
No.
You know what I mean? Like there was nothing that like a lot of times in like a movie, like I even Marvel movies, I can come out like, oh my God, that was hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like Black Widow, the I'm pretty sure the God from space doesn't have to take an ibuprofen. Like I died, like stuff like that. Like even like Black Widow, which this is more of a comedy than that. Like, and there really was not that many moments, but there was some really cool moments, some really fun scenes. I thought the third act was really good. I would say go see this movie. I don't think you have to run to the theater to go see this. If you haven't seen it by now, maybe you're not that interested. It does a great job. I will say this. I enjoyed, as a person who plays video games, all the little video game like cliches and like because it's like they're in a video game world that's not, if you've seen a trailer, if you even know this movie is, that. And just seeing like stupid stuff that happens in a video game played out and acted was really funny. So I would say go see this movie, or if you need to wait till it comes out, I would say see this movie at some point. Would you agree with that?
That's fine. Have it on. I would not complain if this was put on at any time. I would just probably suggest something better.
That's fair. That's fair. So Kevin's not saying don't see it. I'm saying I think you should see it
No.
at some point, especially if you like video games. I think
Yeah.
you like this. The last thing I'll say before non-spoilers, Kevin has not seen this Ready Player One, so that's probably, he might not quite know. But if you've seen Ready Player One, this is a much better version of what they were trying to do in that, I think. So I will say that. If you liked Ready Player One, I think you'll really like this. I liked Ready Player One, but I like this movie significantly better, if that says anything. So with that, I say see this movie. Kevin says, but we will go into the spoiler warning. Please, guys, if you want to see this movie, go away, come back. We're on YouTube, so you can always come back. But
let us keep rolling those so we get the ad revenue for both watches.
Yeah, no, just mute us and play us on repeat for 6 straight days, and we will send you a tweet. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah,
because everyone knows, Kevin, me and your tweets, that's worth it. That's worth it.
You can put a monetary value on the character by character. Yeah.
All right, Kevin. So we're not going to go through like the scene by scene like we did last week.
Yeah.
Just because we also just saw this, and it's not like we saw it multiple times. What's your first spoiler thought on this movie? Is there something you're just, who did you like? Who'd you not like? What's going on?
I have 2 thoughts. The second one we can get into, I guess, more chronologically because it's very toward the end. But I want to give a quick shout out. I didn't realize that Channing Tatum was in this movie, and I was pleasantly surprised by it. I like that.
Yes. So I was not spoiled to who was in this movie, except for the Chris Evans thing I did see on Twitter, which was a little bummer. But I was bummed though, because I really liked that moment, and I knew he was going to be in it at a cameo at some point because they were tweeting back and forth, Ryan Reynolds and him. But Channing Tatum was awesome. There was a lot of like cameos, I guess, that I wasn't expecting. Ninja was in this movie. I don't know if the rest of those people are real, like Twitch people.
Jacksepticeye I don't watch a lot of real.
Okay, I think they all were.
Yeah, I assume they were all real,
right?
Yeah.
Like, why do 2 real ones? And then I'm sure they all were. And if you're a Twitch streamer and you're asked to be in a movie, like even if you're a big Twitch streamer, I don't think you say no to a Ryan Reynolds movie.
No, yeah, for sure.
And I actually did like all that stuff. But the cameos and all that, I was pleasantly surprised. And yes, Channing Tatum was hilarious. His scene was very funny. I really
the multiple scenes.
Yes, yeah. The best was him in the when he just hands him the thing and you realize it's just a dude in his parents' or his mom's basement. You just hear him start yelling about the sweeper.
What? Hold on. This guy is in things. And
that's an actor. That's definitely an actor.
I can't place him.
Oh, really? Oh, you can look him up. So this movie, obviously it's he is a non-playable character, an NPC, who starts to, not do what he's supposed to do. He does non-playable character things. He does playable character things. The names are all messing me up here. But yeah, he starts to become like a real person and do his own things. And he gets the glasses, and we find out the glasses are the big thing. The glasses are what makes you a playable character.
Yeah, you can see all the HUD.
Yeah, you can see everything. You get to see more of the video gamey world. I will say the rules of this movie were a little confusing at times.
Yeah. For sure.
But like it was also like with a grain of salt for me for a lot of it. Like I couldn't tell right off the bat. Does he remember every day, or is every day just like a restart? So like he remembers yesterday doing the same exact thing, because that was also unclear.
No, I assume that there's slight variations to their schedule every day, because like he went to the ice cream parlor before. That's true. Met up with the girl in different places. They seem to have conversations that carried out. They just
they're programmed to just enjoy doing the same exact.
Yeah, to shoot the shit and go through the same general set of rules.
Coffee, 2 sugars. Yep. Okay. So there's all that. I liked that it was Grand Theft Auto meets
Cyberpunk.
Fortnite, I was gonna say.
Oh, yeah.
Like the skins and the dancing and the at one
I
point
guess.
there's even like
yeah.
and the fact that like it's you can kill each other and steal your loot and the stuff floats and so I was like to me it was Grand Theft Auto meets Fortnite was the best way I could describe it. I didn't see Cyberpunk in there really.
Yeah, just the colors, all the neon stuff and everything, and the technology was kind of like
it wasn't Cyberpunk because the movie didn't glitch and kick you out every 10 minutes. So
oh God,
it was not.
Apparently, it's better. But I haven't played, so
yeah. Well, I'm pissed off enough to.
I know.
I've like kind of lost interest. I tried to put my head down.
Go back in. Me too. But it just.
I really liked the girl in this movie.
Yeah.
Jodie Comer. Not Cormer.
Yeah.
Comer. Jodie Comer. I don't know if I've seen her and stuff. Millie is her name. She plays both characters, right? I wasn't crazy in that.
Yeah, it does not look like her. She does play both characters.
It took me till half the movie because I'm not gonna lie, her video game self I thought was really, really attractive, and the other was still attractive, but the video game self was like to a point like I didn't think it was the same person. Which I think was the point.
Too.
Was the point? Yeah. Is it's like that? This is like the
best
what you want to be kind of thing. Compared to more, if she was more supposed to be, a little more video game coder, like cute, but like
nerdy
gamer girl, cute. But I really liked her because she had chemistry with both Ryan Reynolds and with Keys, Joe Keery.
Yeah, Keys.
I really
the guy
like
that looks
that
like John Ralphio from Parks and Rec.
Yeah, kind of. He actually does.
Very much.
Schwartz.
He's from Stranger Things, right?
Yes, and I don't love Stranger Things. I've seen all the seasons of Stranger Things just because it's kind of like a binge watch for 3 days. Okay, that was fun. Never think about it again. And I think that show is getting worse. But I will say, like, he was part of what brought me back to the last season. I really like that dude. I like him in that show, and I thought he was really good in this. And I thought their chemistry, as well as the chemistry of Ryan Reynolds and her, like the fact that she was able to switch and kind of play 2 different characters and have really good chemistry with like both of them. For that, we're gonna kind of do like our MVPs of the movie. She's my MVP of the movie. I really like.
Yeah, I would probably agree with that.
I thought she was awesome. Did you like Ryan Reynolds in this role? You said
I mean, I basically covered my thorough thoughts of it. It was just no one else could have done it better. Yes. But I feel like the script just pulled punches.
The comedy wasn't great at times. Ryan Reynolds, though, I thought like there's no one who could have played this better. I thought he nailed it in a lot of ways, and the times he didn't, I'm just like, yeah, but like cringiness he's an NPC.
Exactly.
Like he's supposed to be like crazy, like out of zany, boring, whatever, zany. Where this movie excels for me is the third act. And I like the breadcrumbs of the fact that, they talk about, she created the AI in the beginning. And then it's like, I love bubblegum. I'm like, see, when I thought that was going was she created the AI. So the AI, when it becomes self-aware or whatever, starts to like become like not her, but like likes the same thing as her because she created it. And I like actually where it went much better. The fact that he made it about her. It's actually a solid little love story there. I really like the love story angle of it between Keys and Millie. And the fact that she's kind of falling for him. And it's like, okay, but like you can't fall in love with a video game character. That's weird. Grown, sweaty 45-year-old men do that in their basement. Like, come on, Millie, you're better than that. Which leads me into also one of my favorite scenes. I loved the kiss scene, and when Keys comes in, and she's like, sure. And it's like this magical moment, and then they cut, and she's just like a couple steps back from the monitor, and it's just like, this just got weird. Like, because she's kind of into it. Like, but I love that whole scene, and then Keys comes in and tells her all about it. I really like that scene.
Let me ask you a question. Third act rolls around, and you really need to kiss Ryan Reynolds to make him remember everything. But there's no kiss button.
No, there's no.
What do you do?
Just kiss him, I guess.
Just kiss him anyway. Yeah, all right, fine.
That is the third act, as good as it was. Like the beginning of the third act was a lot of like, look the other way. None of the rules we set up make sense because it's also like, oh, like he's 1 in a billion. His AI, he's becoming self-aware, but then he like also like just talks everyone NPC to be self-aware, like in a matter of minutes. I do like how his ripple effect. I do like the barista's making cappuccinos now. Like I do like that stuff. Keys, his little rant about like, oh my gosh, the barista went from making cappuccinos and now she's writing gender manuscripts. It's a little preachy, but it's good. Like
it's fine. It's good.
That was funny. It's a little preachy, but it's good. Like just that kind of stuff. That kind of went to like the theme of being what you want to be, not what the role you're told to be by society or whatever. So I like that stuff. But yeah, that the beginning of that third act, the rules were thrown out.
They didn't care.
Why mention that there's not a button to kiss for a little?
They brought it up.
If you did it anyways.
They don't know. I don't know. It was
I'd
weird.
say nitpicky, but it's also like that's just a little lazy. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Like, it sounds nitpicky, but it's also like it's noticeable.
You brought it up.
Right. You brought it. That's a good way to put it. You brought it up. None of us would have been like, where's the kissing button? Unless you said there's no button for kissing.
No. So, I would have just assumed like enter/dance. You could have just put enter/kiss and it would have been fine.
Right.
But no, you specifically said there's no like, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Or her just being like, you need to kiss me. Kiss me. Like making him do it.
Yeah.
Would have been fine. But that being said, we can go into you have a third act complaint. Hit me.
That was it. That was it. No kiss button. Okay. No kiss button. And the speech that converted everyone into perfect artificial intelligence at the very end, which was okay. Fast,
convenient. We need to end this thing. And we're not going to go too into like how. The algorithm and stuff like that. I also don't think they needed to do the hard delete when it was just a kiss that was going to like save the day anyways, like literally 3 minutes later.
Yeah, maybe 3 minutes later. It was just,
that was a little weird. That was a little forced. I don't hate that. Like, that goes to the love letter thing. It was a love letter. So like the kiss, the algorithm, like what activates it is the, love stuff, which makes a person. Like that's what they were going for sure. But it was a little forced, and I don't think I needed it because I think you already explained it, and I still think that last like her realizing like, oh, that was a love letter to me, even though he all kind of mentioned it earlier, but it didn't click. I still think that moment hits if you don't delete, if you just ignore the delete thing, and then just do the server thing at the end because it was the same thing.
It was the exact same thing.
And like, everything's collapsing around us, and then it's just like. But we just did that 5 minutes ago. It felt like
you just nuked me.
It felt like you needed to add 15 minutes to this movie because you didn't want it to be an hour and a half. But I don't want to sound critical, so you're making me sound critical because I really did. I really enjoyed this movie.
I'll say I was bored for about 30% of it, at least 30% of it. Every time, not even just the middle. Most of the Office stuff, I hated all the interactions with Mouser, his character.
Oh, really?
And I was bored with Taika Waititi too. I usually love him in everything. It wasn't a good script for him. But Mouser, I wanted to
love Taika Waititi more than I did.
Yeah, I was bored for 30. Every time he was on screen, it was boring.
When he got on, I was like, oh, he's gonna relish in this. Like when he came in with the big thing over his head, and
the weird outfit.
I knew he was in it, but I didn't know if that was his character because they kept a lot of talk about trailers. They really didn't. I didn't watch a ton of trailers. They didn't really show a lot of the people that were in this movie.
To be fair, if the plot was mentioned in the trailer, it would have been completely just the entire thing. They wouldn't have had a movie left.
That's fair, but it's fine. To be fair, though, what I got from the trailer, it was not like what I thought it was going to be. I didn't think we were going to get this much of the outside world. In fact, I didn't know we were going to get any of the outside world. I thought we were going to live in a video game, to be honest. And I liked. See, that's where I'm a little different. I did like the outside world.
Okay.
I think because I really enjoyed Keys. I liked Keys' character a lot. I don't know. And I agree, Taika Waititi wasn't my favorite, but I did like the guy you said you didn't like. Mouser. I like Mouser. So for what it's worth, but I was a little underwhelmed with Taika Waititi myself. Okay, so best moment, I think we both agree, was the Marvel stuff.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah,
and
it's not close.
I thought Dude was hilarious. Catchphrase. I loved it because it was like them saying like he's not done, like, and it's such like a glitchy like, oh, like this is what a character that's just not done. He goes, I like 3 things: kicking ass. Number 2, TBH or TBT. Number 3, insert thing here or whatever.
Yeah.
I love the like meatheadness of it.
Yep.
And then of course the Marvel stuff was great. Chris Evans.
The best part of the movie for me, when he first pulls up the shield. And the lightsaber was good too.
Because you got the music. You got the music. It's like, is that a effing lightsaber? And I liked how everyone was watching. It felt epic to me in a way I didn't expect this movie. I liked all that. I liked how they kind of got all the players involved. I liked when we flashed back to the players, to be honest. I don't know if you did.
Oh, I hated that part.
Oh, so
actively hated it.
All right,
I thought that, no offense to any of the big time streamers that are currently watching this video.
Offense, because we're coming for your job.
They were not good actors, man.
Oh no.
The one half of a word that Chris Evans got to just act was better than anything that any of the streamers put out.
That's
as acting.
That's probably fair. So there, the whole stealing of the IP is a big theme. We get to the end. He did it. I enjoyed all this. I like that he put the glasses on for him to see. I thought that was a cool way to beat the dude guy. I like the moment with him and his buddy. Yeah. I like the moment with him and his buddy earlier in the movie when they talk about like I feel pretty real. I'm enjoying this moment. I'm talking to my friend. Like, I mean, it's one of those like what's
what
real?
Is life?
If we are a simulator, like I'm enjoying the simulation. You know what I mean? It's like reality is life.
It is
like,
a good day. Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of a deeper theme I didn't expect, and I really liked that moment with Buddy on the bridge too. Like it kind of had me there. Like, oh, but
Buddy was one of the best parts of this movie.
Buddy was
consistently one of the best parts.
Little Rel Howery or whatever. I like him. He was in Space Jam 2. I enjoyed his part in the Space Jam movie.
Space Jam 2, yeah.
But yeah, I liked that moment. And then for me, the big one at the end was I liked how, it's like, is she falling in love with Guy here? And then it's like, he's aware of like, nah, we can't like this. I'm going to do it for you. Like, obviously we can't. And her just kind of being unaware of like Keys being the man the whole time. Keys, I might change my MVP. I thought she was she had a better acting job. So this is what I'll say. I think she acted better just because she had to have chemistry in both of the worlds.
Yeah.
And she had to do both the stuff, and she had good chemistry with both of them. I like Key's like character the best. I really liked him. And also, just a little side tangent here. The action was kind of badass. More than I thought.
Yeah, I mean, it's a video game. It's video game violence, so it can be anything.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for what it is.
I agree. It's ridiculous. It's crazy, and it's like the whole your entire inventory is on your back, and you can just bring out machine guns or like RPGs or like whatever you need. This fucking lightsaber right there.
The different skins, the weird stuff people had, like that.
The references to video games were cool.
Yes, the dude who's like, there's one time where Guy's talking and it's legit, like a dude like running into a wall and just jumping up and down, and like squatting. There's a bunch of teabagging. Hilarious.
The Fortnite axe thing with the unicorn, and then it was the Gary's Mod gravity gun, right? And then the portal gun. I think I got it right.
See, I figured that was all Fortnite stuff.
I think it's 3 different games.
Okay. See, that's where I don't know a ton of that stuff, but the video game references I thought were all fun. They added to it. I thought this movie was incredibly creative, and I think that's what I liked about it. And so this is the Marvel moment and lightsaber moment. This is where the comparison to Ready Player One comes, because Ready Player One, similar to Space Jam 2, was just trying to be a Warner Brothers commercial. And this was a Disney product, and it did it so much. It just two things. Little Marvel, little Star Wars, where like the last like 40 minutes, that like fight in Ready Player One is just nonstop. Like, look, there's Halo. Look, there's Godzilla. Look, there's King Kong. Look, there's like, it's very much like similar to Space Jam, where it's like, look, that's the Joker. Look,
it's
like,
a commercial for 2 hours.
It's a commercial where Disney's like, now we're dope. We'll just put two things that we know you love, and it'll make it epic, and it won't oversaturate it. And it was awesome. I really liked that aspect. So that was like part of the Ready Player One thing. And also the Ready Player One also has the players on the inside and players on the outside, and like the world's watching at the end part. So that's also, kind of the comparison there. But I thought it ended the moment where she found out, oh my gosh, it was, the love letter. He wrote it about her. You knew they were going to get together the whole time. It's a feel good movie. And it was cool. Yeah. A good love scene, good final thing there. So
ladies, stop friend zoning your guys. That's all you need to do.
Come on, my dude, Keys, that's a good-looking man.
Good-looking guy. And
you felt code. To be fair, even animated Ryan Reynolds is like a god amongst men. Yeah, it's just a beautiful human being. He's just a beautiful human being. So anytime you're against Ryan Reynolds, that's tough.
That's a tough competition.
Even if you have to like put on a headset and like stare at a computer to be with Ryan Reynolds, it might be worth it. It might be.
Yeah, depending on your equipment, as they say.
Right. Yeah, you need it once VR becomes available. Oh, she's leaving. She's leaving Keys.
Never seeing Keys again.
Yes, 100%. Also, the fact that their video game thing at the end, where it's just like, oh, like we can watch people and it's AI, and that's all great and all until one of those little AI hacks himself into a robot, takes over the world, and kills us all. I'm firm believer of destroy all those servers. AI's scary.
Well, then we get Skynet and Terminator happens, and all that good stuff.
Like the barista sitting there, like typing up a manifesto about like, I need to see the outside world. She like hacks her way into like one of the robots that you see on TV, the little dog thing.
Keeps scribbling the laws of robotics in her journal. Just
all of a sudden, we have a real life Age of Ultron on our hands, and we don't got an Avengers, guys. So
Ryan Reynolds is on the other team this time.
Right. Yeah. Those were movies. Those were movies in that universe. They were not real. So it's all fun and games until Millie creates the end of the world. Congrats, Millie. But no, I like this movie. What else do we got here? Yeah, that was the movie. That was kind of our thoughts.
That's the movie. Yeah. You don't need
a scale of 1 to 10. What's your ranking, Kevin?
With a heavy heart. With a heavy heart. I'm gonna give this a 5.4.
5.4. That's low. That's a shock. You didn't really like it then.
It's fine.
That's not fair.
I'll watch it.
Okay.
5 is something I'll have on.
5 is
anything past 5 is something that I'll vouch for.
5 is better than any Netflix movie.
Oh. Yeah, maybe. I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
I like this movie. I like the actors. I thought it was creative. I enjoyed the video game aspect, and I had fun. Like I had fun, and the end gave me some feel good moments. I'm gonna give this a 7.6. So,
wait, really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good. Okay. Okay. Cool.
I feel like I'm ranking high. I know I did Suicide Squad high the other day, but I really, really like Suicide Squad. This movie is a above average movie for me. That's a C. Okay. 76 is a C.
7. Oh, well, I mean, I guess
7.6 out of 10,
Unless you're doing like percentage of the amount. So I was doing like 5 is the average. So a little above. So a 5 would be a C. See what I'm saying? 0 would be an F.
Doing it different. I don't know.
Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Now you have me questioning everything. I'm gonna go with a 7.6. I like
okay. All right.
I actually genuinely did like this movie. I'm not gonna let you tear me down.
No, then please vote.
And also it's an 82% on Rotten Tomatoes. So that does have me lower than the Rotten Tomatoes score.
And I'm wrong. I'm just a wrong human being.
Yeah, no, you're
over lifetime.
You're an idiot.
I'm an idiot. Yeah.
Here's the thing: people are laughing at you on this podcast. I have you on to make fun of you and kind of wink at the camera. You know what I mean? To the audience, and we all have a big laugh at your expense.
I'm not on any bits.
Yes, no, we are. This show was made to bully Kevin.
Good.
And
Good. I need that check in my life.
Please find him on Twitter and find him in the comments, and please do so. Put Kevin in his place here.
Bully me.
Yeah. So yeah, that we'll put that on a campaign to bully Kevin.
Great.
So that was Free Guy. Free Guy, number 1 in the Free Guy universe right now, just far and away.
Yeah. Above and beyond anything I'm seeing else.
A little thing we're gonna do here at the end of movies. Do we want the movie to be canon in the 2DCU? That means, does this movie exist in the Two Dudes cinematic universe, Kevin? Do you want this movie to exist? And I know where this is going. But a way I would put it is like you would want to watch this movie again. Like I would say more movies you might put in it than not put in it. It doesn't mean like top tier. It doesn't mean top tier. It just means exist in your world. I don't want the last Star Wars to exist in my world. Let me just throw that out there. That's what I mean.
Even I will not advocate for any of the Hobbits to be in my goddamn universe. I don't want Wonder
Woman 1984 to exist in my world.
No. Yeah,
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
This can live. Watch this movie again.
This can live. Yeah.
All right.
For sure. This can live.
Yes. That's I want it to be a big deal when we don't.
When it first acts something. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So like in a way, like this is still like you would watch it again in a couple of years out. If someone was like, yeah, that's a fun movie. I do think it's a fun movie, but okay. Yeah. So it's canon. Congratulations. The Suicide Squad and Free Guy. We're two for two. We need to watch a shitty movie.
Yeah, sounds like it. We could do DC in review or something.
Yeah, that'll give us a few, right?
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, we can just say right now, The Suicide Squad, canon. Suicide Squad, not canon.
Not even close.
Not canon. And we could have degrees, too, where it's just like, oh, like, I don't mind being canon and like a, in a, what am I trying to think of? A Clone Wars cartoon kind of way, There's that stuff too, like where it's like, okay, definitely. that can have some connective tissue, but I don't want it to be the headliners of our 2DCU. All right, so those were our scores: 7.6, 5.4,
5.4,
5.4, 7.6. I like this movie. Kevin doesn't have a soul. That's fine. Other than that, Kevin, is there anything else you had to say about this movie?
Oh man, no.
Or just in general, in life, do you have any life advice for the folks?
But other than that, what are we doing next week? What do you think we should be getting into?
That's a good question. I don't think when does Shang-Chi come out?
September 3rd.
September 3rd. That's not going to be in time. So also, guys, we're going to start trying to release Tuesday, by the way. More consistently. I know last week was the kind of the podcast Sunday, the YouTube Monday. That was a release thing. We were trying to get that right with our guy Tom Gaz over there at Godzilla. But we are going to probably try to record Sunday or Monday and then release Tuesday. That way we can get the box office and the weekend to watch a movie, or the weekend stories and the Monday stories too. I think we'll probably record more on Monday than not, just because we want to get Monday stories. Hopefully by the time you hear this, we have a Spider-Man trailer.
Oh man, so exciting.
Fingers crossed.
So exciting.
That Tom Holland. That's it. That was our Free Guy review. This has been Two Dudes Reviewing a Movie. Please like, subscribe. You guys can get us everywhere you can find podcasts except for Apple, but that is coming. So if you're an Apple person,
we like Ted Lasso. Just give it to us.
Yeah, no, right? Apple's just got to be freaking hard with everything. It's like you need 3 episodes, and then you have to link this, and then you have to. Everything else is just like post it, whatever. But that's Apple for you. That's Apple. Please like, subscribe, watch our YouTube channel. We are some few ideas for next week. We are gonna talk about with our Desert Island streaming service. This was sent to me by a friend of mine who thought it would be fun to do. This Desert Island has perfect Wi-Fi, fridge full of snacks, and we are going to go through why each streaming service, what would we pick, and why, and the kind of positive and negatives to both. So that's something we're going to do next week. So kind of think about that, I guess. Other than that, man, it's been a lot of fun. This is the Two Dudes Cinematic Universe, 2DCU. Please stick with us. Stick with us. If you have any comments or like, I like the way you guys review this, or I like this style.
Suggestions,
anything. Yeah, like
anything.
Topics, stuff like that. Also, I talked to Kevin. I talked to Trevor. Trevor, our friend Trevor, who might pop on the show. He fun segment idea. He is going to come on, and he has 10 minutes to convince us to watch anime, and we get to make fun of him the whole time.
Oh my, yeah, perfect.
Yeah, so we'll also probably do that. Yes. We'll also, and let me tell you, just a spoiler for that, he is not going to convince us.
No. But
and if you're an anime watcher, I don't shame it. I really don't. Like, if you like it, awesome. I have things that I like that people think are weird. Mm-hmm. Anime is just not for me. I've tried a couple. The most I can do is like a Yu-Gi-Oh thing, but that came with the cards, and that's nostalgic. Right. And so we'll have to do that. So if you're an anime fan, please don't hate us. Please don't leave us for that comment.
The case for anime starts with Trevor.
It does. Hey, maybe you can try to win us over. Maybe you folks.
Maybe we'll watch anime.
Maybe the anime group will win us over. That'll be. That'll be the day. I hope not, honestly, but.
No, I know.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you for joining us. Have a good one.